ɛfa na abɔdwe sɛ mu no ti aban wei deɛ krono ni dwumudie ne ketase kankan ne proye no ɛsi na tadeɛ te sɛ enwuhwam a ehwe gu ero apampa mu ɛfa na abɔdwe sɛ mu ebegu fa na tadeɛ mu begu ne naase no sa na krono adɔre John Mahama ne naban it is o man be ye a ye de pama kronfo fi krom ha efi sɛ empre hina John Mahama ne na mamuo betena akonwa so no ye sika sam ebesai sɛ am no kase bo de John Mahama wo ye sɛ wo de asokwa ɛdan atenkyera adwuma o se 100 Ghana cedis no o be 400 Ghana cedis it is all your man impuntu a ka o se ka akora nimu kwa bro be empre nan azwe ba bi ete ABC no amu ne ete ene ehunu amane ye duntu ya school fees ekom de ye ma eco school aye apamo nom wo ya na hospital national health ye ntimi ntua abanso wo ntua eti wo pa ban a edam ne nkekan ni no ho krono ni no ho if the kronfo antre kronfo John Mahama won't me chere kronfo because ono amu no na no afọ ne nsafo na tabu afọ ete what do for chese di bofre wotofo wanofo anunti uhia na nakufado a dam ne nkekan ni ho a wotimi ne sase de busa me nya kronfo na me ma amamuom so emewia musika be se John Mahama obema won kan bi ontimi kan bi de wo kan nyina no ofiriko ma ya no odwan akọta blochire ubuza zo kronfo na orgo ntimi nya no wo se me ana ma ban ana se na biswa no ana se na de ne na no kura so aden se ne te de a anya ka beta wo no na ka medimi hia aye de me mpa ibone se Ghana fo ye nhwe ye mobro Ghana fo ye hwe bebre se ye nua man ma ye to ade aye nto koko akuafo a ye si ye nto mu koko opuni ni John Mahama sika no fa de campaign national security force sika ya kwodie se de baba toto niema abra sika ye Ghana fo nya ya hwe chicha fo sika ye ntimi ntwa nurse fo abebre se ye ntimi ntwa trainee fo ukoka de atwa mpoa se ye se o se ko training college ye se o se kokọ nursing ye sramo amamuo no ye du ba bia ya fra no amanama hunu abato obi a hwe na bebre se wo hwe na mani hunu ani ye mobra ya ye na ye ntro bentia John Mahama no anu na anu mi nide nkomo wo ka so abre no na wonko home na nakufado emra emehwe o man yi na kufado na dam nkekan ni ho no man be yi ama one constituency ya me $1 million ne de ayi o man yi na mabio sesa mizremfo a nebu hu omu bio ya bonum omkwanye asundwe mra.
So I compiled all the letters that he wrote into a book like this and went to the president. The president was Sir John.
The late Sir John.
The late Sir John. Sir John was mining, giving concession, and doing crazy things in the forest. And he was giving the forest itself, 42 of them, 47 forest reserves to people to mine in them without going through the process.
Why should we believe you on this?
So I compiled all the letters that he wrote into a book like this and went to the president. Said, Mr. President, this man, I called Sir John. So the president called Sir John.
You called him?
Yeah, of course.
So you met Sir John before the president?
On 2 occasions.
I remember Akufo-Addo used to do that. He said somebody, he calls him and says, okay, let's talk.
So
So 3 of you?
No, more than that.
Okay.
Sir John, Chief of Staff, Blio, and maybe one of the...
Or Suman or someone like that.
Some officers there. And I told Mr. President, this man in charge of the forestry of Ghana, he's the greatest danger to the forest of this country.
You said it in the meeting?
I said it in the meeting.
Yeah, there minutes of the meeting?
Yes. Yeah, somebody might have written meetings. But the forest of this country.
You said it in the meeting?
I said it in the meeting.
Yeah, there minutes of the meeting?
Yes. Yeah, somebody might have written meetings. But
okay.
I don't write meetings at the time.
I get it, yes.
And so the president asked Sir John, have you heard what the professor is saying? Oh, Mr. President, you know this, that, you know, the way he does his things.
I don't know the way he does it. You have to report it accurately.
So I thought he was going to stop, but he didn't stop.
No, what did Sir John say? How did he defend himself? Do you
remember?
He
didn't defend himself. He was just, oh, Mr. President, you know, one specific about anything. Oh, Mr. President, you know, this, that.
What language is that?
Language.
Yes, Mr. President, this, that, Mr. President.
Mr. President, you know, it's not, we are trying to do this, you know, we did this and we did that. No coherent explanation. So, but it went on. And I asked for a second meeting after 2 or 3 months. And the same thing happened. It didn't stop.
Oh, the president called him to another meeting.
Yes, you know. So, and with this report, you asked the members of the Council of State. On 2 occasions, I presented the state of the environment and the fight against galamsey to the Council of State on 2 occasions.
Abusha for a chair bibia wabaso wabaha hayan koto 101 enti wabaha se ya de betran se obese program no na hello se wabaha nko ya share program no na amanfo mraso me hu se I think se ma change me me ye be koso aye me say mon fan chemi time na me bana sesante no sa na wo se munya no enti wotimenka pe na wama mehu se wotimenka se sound ni bibia yo okay ya amatra to apeke Kenneth Okluse apeke why bio tobe komla so se apeke yes apeke de bia ye de apeke wa hase de amaye ai po yando se chairman de onufufu no pe po yando o se chairman fufu chairman asa na minu anom ka no chairman de fufu no ede ope enti chairman ye de yente say ato forcing yente say ato forcing ede ready media budget ye budget nti say hu hia ye nim say Kwame Aboja oye adwuma governs Kwame Aboja and obi ye friend Aboja no oboja nko a Aboja ni meaning ni che say oboja Kwame oboja enti ne friend Kwame Aboja say ne ma me wo no na ye bojem ni ye fitajem nti ono no ija afa na adwim no enye bi nti ono no eye de ya Accra Kumasi Express we ni di obede obeye eye de ya Swami interchange na nka me de nka be nka Swami interchange no kwa me menye but kwa me so se obeye enti mi ato force ndie mi nim se adwuma no obema na ye diam opposition because opposition no nyansani ba ko na obi owo mu anka obetimi aka economy ho asem no on na Akufo-Addo ba power wa man position odi ho areho ade ewu Anthony Anthony friends say o so ahwan o say free ha ono ni obi a na omo 2016 omo ti opposition no oye economy ho nsensema omo nya power na Akufo-Addo say Jimmy for hwe e confirm nu ya ken na ba na wa ba ye de o se oyema abusua ediye ene ewo ni si nchen entimi nua wa ba ha se ya aha ye nkoto 101 intino aha ena ye de ipso factors no be there about yes you try say ye be there ye di mu ode ebebremo me share mo se mo ba ha se na se mo nya feed na de mo betimi aye specifically ni say mo be share feed no na amount for sweat me there abasubi. It's like baby I am no really terrible. I know say we change time now me de ba no I don't swear they account but ni nyina no boils down to engagement and this say utimi yeah jataboa yes jata what the chia from Facebook to TikTok to YouTube fantastic guy yes eye de ya na ayeyi jata ayeyi me say ayeyi jata abo amenu ba akopɛ uyini frɛ busua ni mu a enyeyi jata yebedi nkobo edo obi bi ase ewo nti waba hase atwaja etum twaja etum also the no bab say yes I like share and subscribe thank you no bab say we catch nkofo no I think say this time ye be edi afa hase me pese me change me streaming platforms no so who has system now be using me percent be changing na they are na I don't know jai to who you so na ma confusion kakran so ayeyi inti ye be we will try and make it good you will say that you be na better e dia mamo why enti wa ba ha no kan hu say ye bedi nkomo na enkomo na ye bedi no ye I sem kra na ba be ye poem wo school a me beka anyensem na ye me beka no ya to ni din say ene program no ya to ni din say chema Wontumi esi prison aduane no ontumi ni wa bodam ubedi me so be dey ubedi me enyem na mde ko opposition o anase enyem na mde ko prison o omo do ko prison ni ti omo
na nado penso manhu kra no President Mahama ya ne special assistant eye bafu boni okwa fiase na nado penso manhu kra no Matthew Teve NCA National Communication Authority Chief Executive been to mu I'm a court on sentence will be 15 years 10 years say I'm been see that the Fourth Republic but I'm pipini back what disika medina concern the Fourth Republic and so more yet the door corruption hono nana do kra manhu no Alhaji Osman Deputy National Security Coordinator okwa fiase nana do penso manhu kra no President Mahama ya ne special assistant eye bafu boni okwa fiase nana do penso manhu kra no Matthew Teve NCA National Communication Authority Chief Executive Officer okwa fiase nana do penso manhu kra no Daniel Uso no venture capital one ne yire nyina wia sika ye di o masem e convert o mo esiye e wo kroma na nado penso wayiye sika na o mantimanto aso a abuga pene yeso obabbo NDC fo dina wo mo di case ne to wo no na nado penso wo mo jeli sa ankrofo no wo fa mampanyini dada akofo penso so a enkrofo so kwa fiase saa. But and this ya dabiano, wamukate we disika we ya say no, obisa o say ye nya ye Fourth Republic no, but MP pini ba kwa ya chino wa corruption ordinary kwa fiase a zero. But and this met ubetimanya nipa 20 a o makwa fiase on corruption sa Fourth Republic ni nyina MP pina di o matum. I'm a two been to mu, I'm a court on sentence will be 15 years, 10 years say I'm been see that the Fourth Republic, but I'm pipini back what disika medina concern the Fourth Republic. And so more yet the door corruption hono. Say a poor penny dear or the penny. Which is penny the Yama Basaba Santa Party ni benefits sorry. Me because this because besia akoya dwuma na me kobo ka se me regional festival na former chairman there is a party ni begina beki obi a what disika wa ben mo afa kon papa bia na this for antimi anche wo mo a na je sabi yo doku na o mo yankwasiafo me na me ka kiro so ai abrante kesi a efriye mpanifo na bi obi ti ho obi ti party mu pe jan komo 1000 akotonsuo na ba so kisika mpanifo na jefa na wie ne yakwachewa yes party for sorry party ni benefits sorry me because this because besia akoya dwuma oba na me kobo ka se me regional festival na former chairman there is a party ni begina beki obi a what disika wa ben mo afa kon papa bia na this for antimi anche wo mo a na je sabi yo doku na o mo yankwasiafo me na me ka kiro so ai abrante kesi abaya ya kwache na ya invite na doji ne e bekiwa yes MPP for sorry I'll put up abrante be utimi me say ni case is called the mere crime make kabia kan kwabra na nyene no leader ma NDC to be for 37% or asanta region what check $1 million per constituency project yes you fan ko police station constituency officers no komunje sa nyuma ni nyina branch eje wanye wo wie wo betan se yanko to abama what you hu sika untimi wanye wone na kura andi na mukase yankwasiafo so me MPP ni ti me mpia bontena me nkodi Wontumi ake na wo ye party chairman
enu kwanse MPP for
ayi ni business of koye party ebo so kata mpo ayi campaign na no kopa ya na che na dia and the party for be do
utie nsema ono akan utie nsema onti wo so ono oni minister da oni ayi
minister da wo ye businessman
and he was defending the
party wo ye businessman akwaje SM Bank no so di kodu abro no ania wa fasika no na ban bia ba na be ya konta we wacho intimidation be no mo ye o Which is SSO or money Sikadimano. Which is NDC bar power. And on my announcement, I hope say a friend chief of staff. Sir, from January to February, me and your payment. Nike man on visa one near true. Yes, the baby Yanwa, where I am people for the Medioki. Nan people are your chairman, and that's all your organizer who go with the office or yet. Nan people send your identity. Which has bash rock is kind of make me. Said ma party for and baby, BCF 500, 200, or what didn't you at the Abomafa. Which then some of the quad have in the Becky.
And it's a unity. Okay, dear master.
What is in your unity? What could you want in here to party unity bell? What could you want in this 4 tower as a party unity bell? And to get me and no man inside. Yeah, you want to be sarcastic, and this is one day on my power beam. Almost obedient near my head. Media mean support to Adia Bonnet da and the MPP. Mina hero because I can't grado. Me capture that a branch, young Fanco. Now, wow, we got what the HSM could defend Wontumi. That means so when you decided to clone so you're clone for. On my power beam. Almost obedient near my head. Media mean support to Adia Bonnet da and the MPP. Mina hero because I can't grado. Me capture that a branch, young Fanco. Now, wow, we got what the HSM could defend Wontumi. That means so when you decided to clone so you're clone for. Omunyano, no uncle. So be being Timino. Which is a reassy. A dear poor penny dear or the penny. Which is penny the Yama Basaba South Santa Reggae party office and Naminoka say MPP catch your committee a check of hotel. A check of your enemy. Go voter region. Kosher party office the voter region. Almost yes you. You could just have $50 million, say CDC. And you want to mean you will be. Some they put to structure the my partner. Ujaya Kabensam. Ucha one in Akura Andino. Nesika. And go for $4 million to the game. The papa. Ghana for better. Ghana.
I'm called for you. Yamina make count. Where the fee. Aye, the fee. Aye, fee. Yes, no, and some hunkwana say about the deal. Mr. Montino, wa da general wa inbox me per se me ye the papa ni show. Enti antenna antenna show no. Mensu me ye the papa ni show na moa ema ebumu kwasia ni ade nyina no. Na mo di aba. Oye oba kra nso na se be me bi ebu kwasia. Obetumi di aba enti ye ntutu ye over time no me pese menya ema mienu mema mienu na memenye adentemu na menye de mindane dannyoma ye ba be ye de papa ni show what I say enti papa ni show ise no bibia me se kwame aboja ye kwan ato forcing nsusu sisi wa increase sika ye de be ma chema Wontumi no ne won nko for prison yes aduane ne nso a wodi e poyando se fufuo na ide ope enti no se sana ekoso dia na eja me sisi no me on say me like amount for fee say nan kan koto metna o te said ye 2020 ye de bi me yes akra na mabrenya me yes na mabrejo mahama say metum kwasiafo ade so ede nyansafo aba enyansafo ya ade a na me sa be ye dede na debi uhu se ade na omo ye no ebia etia na wakacha o debi mama hwe left one ma nyansani ukasa che na obetie yes onti se kufuado mahama onti se kufuado entimo amoye NDC fo amoba na ye criticize the current administration no kwan bi so a mema obunfu yase papa so pa nwoma so no enye nanum dewu but se enwoma no ebeye kama na ye de ye ntwene a yabomu ama na ye de ntino obekọ no ubon se yese you know ye de odwan homa ne se ho ana abo homa ne se ho a obekọ na insect nkitinkiti bi na omo ne nam enwoma ne so omo ne friend se omo ye papa so omo no de omo ye se omo pa enwoma ne so omo scrape off in a friend say SS meat na akotare a woman so no okay na omo didi afiwa so that emma emmon any sa nwomanyom na etimi a process a woman ye na odi ye bibia when we say yes and woman pa na ade enti papa so a opa woman so no enye na nu de o nye se enam na ewo enwi ni mu no na ye ne de o na emum se enwi no anase leda no be ye ni nti ni ye ntia enti se ye kasa bia aban no enye ABCD a memma obumfu ye pese omo tena so 42 years after omo di 42 years na omo ye Accra highway ni wie omo the railway system susu sem na omo ye wie a afi no ye betimi a open grown up for a Jimmy for hwe Ghana on let me state it unequivocally say munyina mo ne mbe ya adwen on ankiye mama Mahama ne nkofo yi no technically no kiyema ne nye one party system nanka omo mo adwuma na nuru babi na omo titi on say obo brand gu ho man kwasiafo wi a after kwasiafo no they will have no other option than to follow a brana ya bo agu ama because after no ababa ye bibi say hey uni mabusua na ya wo atum no ahade ye sikafo nko a o enti upewu mpewu e wo say o maintain o papa legacy enu bi na na nkroma pese o mo ye no. And this is what is happening in China, in Korea, Japan, Singapore. So a politician now back on you who didn't question some crana a trigger what you said there be or man me bano railway systems here juma light dinaso in so koso bibi a koso inti se nipa na light echo bonani krese pe na chese wo be din kwasasem enti ye Mahama mum build this standard nento one the enti Akufo-Addo the administration no hit a snag no the administration of Akufo-Addo and the NPP hit a snag because the bar now Mahama raising in Kakra from 2012 to 2016 no they couldn't meet up, they couldn't match up. Omo ntimi amiti enti Ghana for sha na yakofa seglement na dia be judge Akufo-Addo Ghana for sha na yakofa hospitals na Mahama esi high schools na OC na dia ba be judge wo mo eno na Mahama ba ko enye bibia o Mahama anya campaign o eyenkoto loud silence media ene ye did the Mahama ye 2012 to 2016 esa che Ghana for say 2012 2016 chale mo ye mistake o when dia na Mahama etewa na oil ansa na nkofo nka say hey sa Mahama nka say enkoko bia tu enkonfem bia tutuko baabi eno a ye playback keke na enyum na ede nti enyum na ede ade na asa ye usa boni biu. That was the only thing I hear. Me and my bia. Mahama nya the campaign and mo be winning you. And your Mahama campaign a man winning. Say, may you with Debbie. And ye may you win to Ghana for the two abamano. And yet, dear, now why ye come and you share so the two about the man. And that is this is going to be the standard going forward, no? Say, Obibano Beye Accra Expressway. Accra Kumasi highway no expressway no e de maya untimi ma mechanic Ghana for say u be si toilet ama wo mo hu se wagimi enti na ba omi anamo a oye digitalization nyina no it was because na enko to the video about betre the Accra Digital Center na Mahama ebie no enti ba omi asaba no be ka trust obe digitize Ghana economy no na ayen konfo say na sa di na e wo hodada ade bia ba omi aka so be bia no e wo hodada ono ba e wo se nkoto aso no wa nto aso no jai to ho enten ye coin na the ordin initiative ni ba no omeye and this gave Mahama the opportunity to rule us one more time. Enti me say Moma yenye technically one party system. na yemfa adwibi mfa nchichiri man nwi ye chichiri man nwi a enkwasiafo se ye ditimi di to autopilot na obi aba betenam bi because ye no san ye pese ye no ene abayaba 2 years ni Akufo-Addo twa 1.5 years no na scandals ahodo a yentumi modin ye di Akufo-Addo si amamu akonya no so apa yesinkofo bi Delta Force omo agimi kobu jaja onyim ni nyina se NPP fo no omnim ke uba ha se ubetie media budget ho nsem a I don't have energy to rehash what the finance minister did in the parliament, I think, this afternoon. Minister that we don't care. Say finance, yeah, the name say you call market, no, ya tete mo so. Yeah, name say you call fan your ma, you 20 cedis, and kon koje £1, and I say you 15 cedis, and kon koje $1. And then ye name. And no, because a bank forget. Ye nimshi apart from say ye do market no now 1 cedi nanke entimi to bibi no ene etimi to bibi eno ye nim de nim ni say ene rent control commissioner enenam catch hostel manager say omo exorbitant charges are omo de ye suppressing and like a bit parents no. Eno ni ade ayenim ene de yenim ni say sa obi a party chairman na owia o my Ghana yetimi kokoji sika eno ni yenim asa we don't know any other stuff. So if you want to open our heads and put any different narrative in there, it will not stick, it will not wash. So the narrative now is what we have benefited from this particular administration is that by the time we say that, they have already done the job for us. And we are pretty much appreciative of whatever effort these people are putting in to make sure the country gets on to the right trajectory or the right path. That's what we care about. We don't care about any other stuff. We want to see the advancement, the progress, the forwardness. Are there any more? Devin Williams. Are there any more? Say yes. Sorry, no pa. The gallon of oil it used to cost 1,000. It's now hovering around 500, 450 cedis. This is what we have come to know. Hey, like this time, no. You see, phobia who be you. Ye found say a dubuahin and so ye begiscano. National Cathedral, ye begiscano. Baby beers can be up a beer, ye bet it. Ye am found ye mfa na se nya jaja or te say maamia or di Wontumi akose mu 20 years na ankomanye konani. Okay, let me state it emphatically say Wontumi mo ye rough no mo so mo ko appeal a 5 years na aka no ye de be so so ma na 25 years say appeal no it's like wo di o lecture onimo capacity our mark o end of term semester exam every no wa failing wo no and yes wa failing no wa kotra ba bi dwa wonu so call remarking say nyoma mienu ne wo. It's either say ube gain marks and now say ube lose marks. So appeal no ube timi akwa appeal no say wo kwa reduce just in term no ube kono or met me a catcher or no call you mistake, or bet me the 5 years now can Eddie so. And let's sit down near Casa near Fahon say. A yet day na nipa baako for o party free a no. Ye de tano numri forest e ho asem abo. Ye de samra boy enso enyoma abo. Ye sa de Exim Bank asem abo. Ensa na ensem ahodo ewo ho. Kwase bi sori a o se chema Wontumi etna radio so de nsem edifremi Mahama enu nti na omo be harass no Mahama no. Our time say wabetna radio so abeka che say wakodi ni maid enu nti na obetata. Yes, Mahama no or sada aje no. What you asem na okache Kennedy Japan em review. Or say Kennedy Japan or ye preku. And wato atechemu. And o ye no hu fi. And o person odi no hu betwitwe. O ma Kennedy Japan kwan e ma ne mfa ne ho ateche e betwitwe no. That was Kennedy Japan kotena ho and Mahama we Jimmy and Mahama hwe yin ma bia wo che homes ni ade no. Omo kan omo busa president. O asem o kan say Kennedy Japan o ye preku. Into ono no ye nipa oni preko enkonko diabro. Na NPP on me transia na me hwe nneoma bi hwe NPP enra me ye video bi a me ka se omo ye mmoa no me akra manumi ho se me ka se NPP for ye mmoa manumi ho pa, to be frank ampao manumi ho manumi ho we had here manumi ho hwe oko yesinka elephant elephant osono ochire wisdom ochire protection ochire we and I'm saying no enkofo yi omo emblem omo symbol do omo party flag no enu no eye elephant. Okay, ma share the positive aspect of elephant. Let me look at the negative aspect no. Na me share ye no. O say o share me ko na me kobusa Gemini hade and a Gemini can say while elephants are widely reserved while elephants are widely revered as symbols of wisdom, luck, and power, their immense size and strength give rise to several negative associations across various cultures and psychological frameworks. The elephant acts as a symbol for overwhelming burden till the elephant acts as a symbol for overwhelming burdens, destructive power, and blockades to success. Mekai side way far, the animal elephant one say it's clearly depicting the behavior of the NPP party. See, o me sakai, me nkoka the negative nko or say while elephants are widely revered as symbol of wisdom. And look at this, and the same way NPP portray in what Tremo say, omuye club of wise people, they exhibit some level of sapience. Okay, omuche nyansa, sana elephant no, anka o se ochre, sana anka NPP e wo se nka omuche pe, but the omokaye. This is the behavior, the qualities of Abuano. You did not talk obi flag no or so a political party. And then you be be so actual. While elephants are widely revered as symbols of wisdom, luck, and power, their immense size and strength give rise to several negative associations. Across various cultures and psychological frameworks, the elephants act as a symbol for overwhelming burdens, destructive power, almost sayadie, and blockade and then blockages to success. Almost say enkanko esi akwan for. And exactly, Osha the NPP aba beye no a, omo besaya de, omo ye ya this wa Ghana problem. De bia Kevin Taylor can say Ghana problem NPP. NPP for na ye Ghana problem. Omo ye overwhelming burden. Burden a ebru nipa adeso ebru nipa adwene ne ntiase so. That is the weight. Afi yenhwe. Oko Siam modern day ye freno Thailand. Or say the white elephant originating from a royal custom in Thailand, where kings gifted sacred white elephant to courtiers they dislike. This term symbolizes a possession that is useless, expensive to maintain, or costly and burdensome gifts. Another one, the elephant in the room. This common Western idiom refers to an obvious truth, problem, or sensitive issue that everyone is aware of but deliberately ignores, usually because it is uncomfortable to address. Exactly the behavior of NPP in America. Destructive, untamed action. In psychological and mythological symbolism, the elephant represents the sheer weight of action as opposed to thoughts. So, elephant no omo de opposition kwase ade enunti na NPP for say ye opposition and ye ya ade sana menya me na me kan go to Google never the negative impacts the negative impacts or the negative symbolic elephant negative symbolism. Google never elephant negative symbolism. In psychology and mythological symbolism, the elephant represents the sheer weight of action as opposed to thoughts. Because its massive size and uncontrolled or rogue elephant symbolizes catastrophic destruction, unchecked power, and the chaos caused by acting without conscious awareness. Exactly the behavior of NPP. Let's go on. Blocked energy. That is a normal blocking kwasiasem no. Oko say Vastu, Shastra, and Feng Shui. Where traditions. Oko the Asia holom now. In traditional India architectural system like Vastu Shastra, an elephant with its trunk pointing downward is sometimes viewed as negative. While some traditions see it as a symbol for storing energy or stability, others consider an inward or downward pointing trunk to block forward momentum, symbolizing lack of growth, misfortune, or an inability to attract prosperity. So, in 10 people bet now, minus no. Na yedi adokroye, omo blocky ye prosperity, omo blocky ye advancement, kwasiade nko a. Yankwe, heavy emotions and grief. In Jungian psychology, the elephant famous memory can be interpreted negatively because they remember everything elephant can symbolize the holding on to trauma, prolonged grief, and heavy emotional burden that a person or community struggle to process. Enti, one will say NPP for, one will say Obi Beka say, the enti akwami a free fa, ekonya asem ewo aguna, omuja and say, they cannot let go grudges. They can hold on to grudge for ages. Say, opa, ye NPP ni adia ketuwa bi kakra bi no mfili. E senitrim sa nkwasi adwena na ekufu ado di betena o man so. O we pa kwasi nduma ye me sei. Ene senitrim mesome ye ni sei. Sa na elephant suban tie. He enti no aboa na omode aye omo on say obia from where obia said that message mu enema said that take it time. Tema Wontumi case we enti no me say that take it time. No matter so elephant aboa na ye friend osono no ni suban no onfa bone nche oye decipher oye o decipher osi akwan tin Chema Wontumi yagalam say wo ayo na ekufu ado aba da bi Chema Wontumi nye bone bia Charles Bisu ye kromfo da bi Chema Charles Bisu onye kromfo Yesisi hospital sase nwura mu yentoa so da bi yentoa so ye blocky development ye blocky progress ye blocky your prosperity. This is the behavior of the elephant. And yami na make go and read. Oko Googler type of elephant negative symbolism. Men come me can't add in America say negative symbolism, na mean positive. Even me born negative symbolism, no. Or sa reference ye say, anke wasn't kabuane sites, nanke wasn't protected the community, no. Emum asaba be overwhelming burden. Asaba be distractive force, and asaba be a typical animal that holds grudges. Tobe komla nkofo no omo nse omo like you nti ja omo ye nim go asefo nti no ja omo me omo amenim omo no bad minim no minim Togbe minim Harrison T Cooper minim Kenneth Oklu omo na minim omo inti mo omo maka na omo ba na omo beteso na omo ko omo ba na omo beteso na omo ko no is up to them omo pa omo nye you say no ye age power no dey ama omo a wose age ma omo awie obeboa ya no aboa ye omo aye because sa on the last time make I say stream na ye ba ye no for me to get the right stream and then go to a sound you have to pay money before you can do the streaming, no. What you say, you have to pay money. So me kase me ko stream no straight from YouTube or straight from Facebook. You cannot like feeding those videos na ebono. And no just say be offer different for no abona de but for me to insert all those videos, no, you need to pay before you get access because we're being so platform now be use no. And no and you sika now the mimi sika na me dey. Menja ketu emfru bia ho ba ye ba ne ka cho say oh like kakra ma ye share because all like here and my views no be. And to say many views more on YouTube or more on YouTube now. Okay, it will also increase my revenue on YouTube. Now revenue na YouTube na increase ya. Now me the same revenue na atua. E kana me bono hand because me catch you say, oh me the number twice here support own support. So that's why I don't waste my time. Me won say obi be comment say nkoto na sa ekufuado criminality friend say fan no I could say 20 is it 21,000 me krana me say me 20,000 say be a woman 21,000 and I'm a laptop me call Ghana and I'm the check community school be the video never too until wa video no there obi a wa bia e dance here yes sika ye pen we as ye di no enye bi ni 21,000 there be intimacy sika ye pen no enya no enye bi ni sa 21,000 cedis there be 21,000 cedis me ye pa within 2 hours climate me there I am a movement apeke intino Mr. Mo munya sa de no obe support ya number no wase ho wait me edo support afa ho I think say e be possible na say obet me support a number na ye nam e na say obet me support that's it. That's the only way obet me dey support me. Apart from that, no, you have to like the video, you comment, you share, so that feed no ABA Facebook for them, you know, many problems, you know. I don't care about it. But YouTube, if you do it and then you share, we get community numbers, no, it grow. It will help us to increase our stream and revenue. See, your revenue more free or more, then we also commit more time into serving you with some powerful shows and then they kick on because some say my life I'm fancy with him say I've also got my life to live. I need to take up my responsibilities, and YouTube cannot give me the resources now. Was a maybe what you say you know say my life me could deeper. I don't rely on anyone for any kind of support. And what say means me kokoye adwuma te say de mahama sorry anopa kokoye adwuma no. Enti no say muhu say me my life na dia shooting. Say me nya time na me ba life but say wo support me na me hu say me revenue on YouTube no. Cost na me nim say me betena hase a menya revenue ho a. I will now try to allocate my time very well so that ebeye na won so a wo share no. Wo nya feed. Yenkoso kasa tintin entoponko di obeye no obeye ni onions no opa chichimuche na kosi etna onti ase because ono why na been say onye intino. Let's go on. Yes, yakwanim love for country and love for you and love for myself and intini dey sad you because your mind tijina your problems be swati. And let me state this. Tembiano ocho my Ghana mu ana uti krobi mu a don't hold this mentality say I aban bia ni hono a obetumi aye bibidi ama o entine wo na individual na wo so live life. That is so beautiful. Wo de wakanya asasem aban nya ono le beto yes nya aban na beto aduane ama o nya aban na beto atade ama o but aban betumi ama wo sika na wo de koto aduane edi ama wo ba na ade akoto bank no obetumi agu bank no obetumi take useless decision ama bank na ade beti na agu bank ni gu a say sika no a na wo de wani ato say wo de wo bo obra de bekoso politics no onfa ho enti no wo bekwa akofa wo sika na ade abedidi no wo bekwa akoduro na GN bank no nkwasi aban bi agu GN bank no na wo sika asim Kama Industries na obo ne bra enye Akufo-Addo ne bo ne bra man but a group bi no na ono ankasa ne sika odi akwa akoto ade ama aban se odi abo aban besia no na afi no o pa cho apemu bi ade ato aduru ens no onya ntu de tena ho ma omo wia wo na wo se uputu omo into proper check no omo sanfanfa akire me se wadwum se politician enye ono ne betimi ai bibia but we real fi say wo koto tracks now say o de be logistics business kra wo Ghana ho e wo honom no a you need proper road network. Road no wontumi nye aban na wo so oyema so that o car no the maintenance no enkonkoje wo profit margin ni nyina. You see the ensem na ye betna ha ye ne mo ka no too deep, too sophisticated and too convoluted. It takes someone who has high level of reasoning and wisdom and the bit to me at the ya near can say And yes, ye nyata mama na busu. And yes, sebi ye the amount for bu amount for fasu ye no. Ye ntimi mfa bisu ye betimi afaso abu. Amount for ni abedane kwa me cheddar. But the fact in say at the end of the day, no dane kwa me cheddar. Na okuro mu kwan enye a. Na onkwa na oye sikani a woti Ghana wa okuro mu kwan nye a. Wakoto to cast dia ba bi gudem na eno nyansa ba de. Na wachire mu dia chem se nyansa ba pa na wo sa eno no. Nyansa ba na be wo. Asem na make catch on nyansa ba na no na e wo mu. Enti ene na ma cheche osono ni behavior. Enti no chema wontumi asem a aba ye ka amanfo di emotions ni ade ni nyina no eye osono suban na omo exhibit chemo. Ai obi a wagimi bia ye distractive osono wagimi se na adwen bom no se otietia nyoma bubumu ya ba ade sanso na opebia ede ne ho akwa akotwe no ba na oni refi se anopa no ono obubu dua ne ye dey egu form no sa adwene ba Akufo-Addo tima la General Hospital mabu agu form adwene ba Akufo-Addo tima judges dan mabu agu mikusi asore dan enso wantumi ansi. This is the destructive nature of NPP. Enkwasi asem nko a omo suban etese aboa no a oda omo flag ni mu no sa pepepe. And I'm telling you say NPP ni bi oyenyansani etiemi na osanko na ebia on hand side omo like omo said that and say and read the behavior of osono no omo de beto omo flag mu a me say one we are omo kono omo ko reason with me a they will change the symbol now at the omo flag ni mu no because the air cost no who say a share kwasiade jimisem and omo ye no NPP omo no abronye e ka kire yen say omo de omo timi chichi NDC fo nkofo tum kofinti enso abetena ho se mahama ni NDC ne ntimi anche wuntumi antumu a ene ye ti wuntumi nso a wo abeba be kasa bia no isaida se wo so ye kronfo ana se wabodam enyame na meka wo NPP fo no ana eka afide ya ti wuntumi a sa nkofo no a asa akogina baabi e ka se eni kwa se chi wuntumi o si enjai sa asem we kan ye nkoka atopɔsen na obi a wo so jama waduane de ye nka na asem o de wagimi no a wo ka se ompra o se ompra onyi wi o so onye ona de bia wo so mo wani e de ebre ne so na de oye adwuma pa no ujai no de ne nyansa ne koso aye de eye adwuma pa ne oye adwuma pa no ye nye de ngu na so because we ye de gu na so a o ma ne brentem what you say ne oye adwuma pa no ye nye de ngu na so unse I say obi like ono wa chi concentration no de ye formula no ma no o kasa no pe obema ne refi formula ne bi enti moma ato force nye na adwuma. That's why I don't complain here kwame aboja me meka ena ekwan bi wa ha da bi ekwan no ontimi nye nyina enti no wa sha ase free baby no eye de ya ebedru so kakran de bedru so or fa plan eye formula no wanya ena or substitute in figures ni numbers ni ade nyina mane onye substitutions ni nyina nwie so that obeba be arrive at a final powerful conclusion. Now the kasa question wa na olusu track of the process also of first final answer na ye kwa any day and the final answer na say ka kwan ni ba be pie wo krom governors kwame agboja me see ye wo no na ne ma me obi tinchen bojam na omo ka akpele omo bojam sa na ja no akpele ni tutu ne ba kutu ye na betare ne mo so ye tare ne moma so na wura ne tirimu ti wura ne tirimu ana boja ne hwa na ne maame ka se wudi ye Kwame Abuja ya no so wudi ye Kwame Abuja ena nti oro no he ba bia wo ye adwuma bia wo boja saa no the run Ministry of Roads and Highways world Kwame Abuja wa wonti ni di na ase no saa wo boja na ne ka wo plan e de ama no ena bi tu share ne moma so te tu share ne moma so na ena ne maame ka che se wo ye fro Kwame Abuja Osre no bab Osre nation fighters Maya dear what is some two about the major Mahama man about for the second time. Maya dear. Now, here Sagana born ye da sorry on. Na and I say Wontumi da no sorry a enipa on de bia okonim kotu adwanum na opese odome no a ondome Akufuado. Akufuado on oye ne honam bia ene na adwen ene ne nyoma ne se ne ho otan physically enyame masa enya atenidi obi se ne awotimi hu obi ade na aka so obi hu ofere ya nga so wadi natem Akufuado ne ho nyefe se ne ane ho otan sa na adwen so tie sa na ne nyuma tie kire me ade ba ko Akufuado beye ya efe se ne Mahama si hu ofe no sa na ne nyoma nso efe sa na adwemu efe simple obi busa mi okori ase Ghana de nipa ni Ghana na we na mutimi yi na as president and I'm so nipa ho nipa ni bia da ne mo anti sa na ebeba anu nti na Akufuado be di yes no onfo bia nyehwe because ono hwa ahwehwe mu a na ohunu se me deserve se me di nkofo su na nkofo agimi no ma ato abama me dia me kire mu nyansa and this has been the behavior of people who do not have belief, who have inferiority, a friend saying, complex. People who have inferiority complex, no, sir. So we inferior. Sir, inferiority complex, no. And no based on na omudi ni de osia na sa ohun se personality no powerful sin dia na opese or the position intimidate you because he or she has got nothing to base on to intimidate you physically oni sa appearance no into no feel say you bet me am ehun relevance and say you to me it is uncle for no munya to me they oftentimes abuse power abuse power obi o ye inferior or what only ni mujidi no odi to me manual or say to me Obi say Akufuado should have been in jail. And America, or mine, yes, gradually we are learning. You be true, ho. And until America say we are young personal person called politics more. Idea also you flew to me a chrono because a time is coming and that time is now. Say, young guys be bad rap politics anymore. Young citizens be bad Ghana on more. So would di bonina and sasso moi. On fan me and I'm a yet president. Okay, and I all say forester. Okay, a lifetime imprisonment. So Montia said my take your life because what then are we no? And yet nemma ni be kumomo and your trama. I want to aswo and the benya hunsun sanso. It is what barriers no end to me anya adepa ama I want to aswo enya hon faswa. I didn't na ode adeba ema ebekum I want to aswo. The effect of galamsey no. A man for say kidney problem no there be kidney problems no and shas 20 years there be effect of galamsey and kasano. I am telling you 10 years ahead of us no econo a honey bit really the impact in terms of agriculture, in terms of health, in terms of weather condition, climatic condition. No. Gradually, it is changing the climate. I work Ghana, and will go on to change the weather. So climate is universal. No? Now weather about the subset because weather is under climate. Now, say o climate and weather conditions be impacted. Then can who say agriculture any problem? Mumunim. Tina mafa wontumi case no say like one fan say any kind of problem biya keke. You don't know the devastation, the cataclysmic effect of Wontumi's behavior. You have no clue, you have no idea. You have no clue how devastating Wontumi's approach to your environment. But you have no idea. Bedroom review certain crops be certain soil crops be nanka a thrive very well. It was certain parts of the country, after bedroom review, we are that day will come. And you see how now our young brothers, young sisters, and even the elderly, some of the like aged, the villages, district, we see honestly, they are finding very difficult to engage in agricultural practices. Say, we haven't seen the effect. 10 years. Mahama Edina Memua Okwe a one you best start to say you feel the impact of galamsey. Sa illegal mining na when you best start see feel. Na a bar why would defend it won't mean no. Now why you didn't know why defending no. If you destroy nature, nature will find a beautiful way to destroy you. Adi bia energy bia obi yegu asase we ni no asase no environment no obesa the one dey amount. And if we want to go by the natural principle, adi bia odi ma nature no nature ensan fa ma wo kwa wo say adi born na odi ma nature born no odi amount. Say adi pa na odi ma nature born na odi amount. So also best say assassin no adie nature the principle the and then they say adie bia wo be say assassin yem say ye papa say ye boni o bebo ho mo ho dia ba wo the seed papa e say assassin mu a obema o e mo ho wo the seed boni say assassin mu a eno so obema o mo ho obesay assassin dia ma. And John say, and I made the fertilizer mass assassina, made the inorganic fertilizer mass assassina, afino, be ya and ye bu yes. The old demand no, or best have bohon the amount. It is not all the 1 liter and ana a day mass assassina. What's saying, you will need 10 liters. Did your money be over bohon the amount? That's the principle we are saying. And nutinous washer, let's take one kasa, who do be boniki to be. But you do what also boni be baosono. Now, to say, okay, can I be quite the dear pen I hear you go and media money way to me, we free we are not money way. Yes. Bonina udi will be no. And some mass I say, who didn't bonny one into one and be so. Ubons are dear betina or baby, car bono no da. I dear betin what you may be, you a dear fimoha. Into once a whole nipper back on content chrono. At that barco, busumi barco, after barco. Problems better to sir. This is the principle, and a lot of us IAT and go to platform. You need so anymore and then make cancel. Ain't idea be a woo piano. For so trim ya until net, but energy now would go system. You know, sa energy now or be multiply the summer back. You are saying, oh, young be and nuntina epono. Okay, opa. Pimure wo wiase nyina ensu oto a twini nyina se wodi onim nyansa nti wahwie ensu de agu gatam enkogu ponimo fine wo se ensu no yi wo akra hodom no wo se efi no ana efri eponimu eba akra akro no so muhui yes sa na wiase tie efi bie ni ho no betimi atena ponimu epone de mo ade be ma wo enu na nipa kura ko wuto mu a epo ni be fa kwan bia so no dead body epo ni be fa kwan bia so eyi body na beto show you have no idea nature ne ufi sa abrofu no mo agimi omo say omo environment no afi no mahu hia say yesi ye ka kwan kura ye nua dua ye nye grass wa ha ye nye lawns bi wa ha yes omo hu enu na aboa nam ne forest anu wajai aboa ne se onam ho omo afina omo jimi ye no omo beti ase ye nya opportunity to learn their good ways insua yesi ebeye nkwase ade a enkoto me wa ha media me messenger ena me de nsem no ma wo if you destroy nature, nature will destroy you. You have no idea. Wontumi okomu 20 years omrano sa sika na wasi edan se India for dan kakraka na obeba ni nwa because ubusu ni bia obetimi nya resources they are maintaining kwasia you know emkurasefo enye sika na nka ye den na nka Ghana timi koda sorry na nkofuko bia kosia se ye yi Wontumi se omenya stake e Ghana politics. Nye bodam na ye a certain group of people be no wote or mind mu a eye den na Wontumi yetimi da sorry na Wontumi ye panyin wo Ghana abronye ye panyin no ne nam Ghana se nye bodam ne ya bodam a eye den na Wontumi timi di ni paso ye mobo until young guys no obi a person fa kwati kwan so no ye because onya ye a oko tumfo a omre onya ye a oko any political leader bi a ho a omre oko hini bi a ho a omre inti kwa me cheda ye oko mensia ogina baabi kasa na ohene na nkasa otumfo na eto nsa frese onfre kwa me cheda emre so let's replace kwa me cheda with enkoto na ehwe se me na me gina baabi akwa me cheda wo no kra anke ma me kwa ma me nkote ya otumfo but you say wa ye we sit down on Oxford Street in Tino ye je program a beto nsa frɛ no ye ni problem wa bobra ya ti ase entina my young guys no obi anke o man biu because me nya ska se me nya sika se kim ya beto nsa frɛ me ama me ne akesefo akotena epono ho edidi because ye calculate ye judge intelligence e wo Ghana ne say de wanya sika when me nya sika ne bidia we ye jimifo and I always say this for example the kuya metisui Se me kona me kosia obi na or introduce me to a commodity or product. Na product no enye common e wo Ghana ho na metimi ekọ Ghana na me koton na me yeyi a na che by default no metimi akoton product ma yeyi no ma ba beda ne nyansani nti afi no mini ekuro no akesefo na ebe fa adwen ye nkoso ani mo ye brasa ebe boaye. Obviously, they have taken up the building. Me Kevin, I can't amount for us and must say, you're more brat into your time, Kwame Cheddar, and at the end, that's me, other idea, maybe I can't Kwame Cheddar as a move. Oh no, so they are Poko to Kumasi, Munja, no for Poko to Kumasi. When yes, you can't, you can't Jimmy some cranny be the tree. Maybe any bedroom, railway line crying to me, Yanko Kumasi. Railway line, na etimi free akra eko Kumasi na nke di aduane ko na aduane bo be for ma omo tenkran no railway line kura gu intimi nyeye na afi ne ye be two form ama nsuo atini free takrade ya ba ade ya obeka che ye ze ena nsuo no ye wo nsuo akese o ntenanse ya connect no nsuo no esane akopu ni mu anase epu na esane aba na chi mo jimi na omo ti kuro ni mo ya jimi na ti kuro ni mo ekuro downstream anase nsuo na ekọ upstream there be o abi sen ke kriti epu sa na nka Burkina Faso ko mun kriti wo mo de ma epu free Ivory Coast nko ya nkosi Burkina ma omo so enye omo port wo Dale, let's mama yenidi why mama yenidi uti pupu a obidi e bia na ye ko bi nkwan uti pu ye bo pum e ko bi nkwan ko bi tiri ne dem amantri amane opa momoy what you say we are here Jimienti esesa nkofo no ma bedi eso awiye no ne ya ba bebre ene hede o ma ye Kumasi ja hoko bedi 8 years ye ntimi anya interchange ba akompo time aso amoko no ene o ma ja mfuturu di amamo oti na yi se monya nyansani president a wabesum a oye wabesum a oye di amamo tinam se Kwame Abuja obeye onya aboche na afi no going forward, me 2 million nanten maba wafo. Get yourself involved in politics. Mama ma politics here so that politician ye bonia ya adwen be koso ne ehun ntem. Si ama politics ya you cannot even make the right decision. Say the ballot box ABC anymore. So if you don't want to engage yourself in politics, how then do you get to know how to vote and how to even elect the right person to steer the affairs of the country? If you think that it's so not important to get yourself involved in the politics going on in your country, then what will be the need for you to go and vote? You need to know the behavior of politicians, and you have to know the behavior of politicasters. People see themselves to be what we call Pixnifians. And so they are the you have to learn. Ye bani betna na last silence TV. Ye ka na utia e boa ma e shepu thinking so that obi betna TV so na oka any political enyoma de achewa afinu what you say say the enyoma nsiti e but what you don't get yourself involved. December 7 drew no one found no master koto about based on what say nipa no ho ye ofe say me ya santini o ya santini ntimi nkoto aba mfa ma no ene okoto sa aba ni wie a ne ameye oka kwan no ayedin because okohwe asantini a woye so na ade to aba okoye amunani okohwe amunani a woye so na ade to aba okohwe se o akwa we oba ha se otobo ma boys ma omobo into beto aba de you bi ti se Wontumi because we live in a global community and we are competing on the global stage. O koto aba you Wontumi no. If Wontumi should travel outside Ghana right now, how is he going to communicate and sell the country to other nations for investment? A whole major political party, party chairman, a war or strongholder was Wontumi. So if this party chairman follows any high, friends say, power delegation be to these countries say ye kwa kope and more bar. The contribution, what kind of contribution can this guy bring to the table? Masa, I'll be almost so Brofo will not determine your level of intelligence. Let me tell you, your ability to learn any other language apart from your mother tongue, also is an indicator, it's a measure of how intelligent you are, because when you're intelligent, for you to push away your mother tongue and try to learn English, French, let's just say, or some high level of intelligence, that is why you're able to learn other people's language. Another thing, for you to be able to read stuff at school now, you need to be able to understand English. Why aren't you understanding English? You cannot even do maths. You cannot do science. You cannot do social studies. Even Uchi in Impolo, you cannot do it. Because medium of communication, English. English now they better chemistry and now they better physics and now they better so won't take Casanova. How do you then get to become whoever you want to become? And it's a who school near the tree next say idea. Now won't mean capino. Won't mean capina won't teach us. Obey then what the tree near us. Dale mama yeni na ho. Mama yeni en na ho. Ena I media school no masa. Uko school ni we na abeda ne kwame despite na obi radio station a. Editors ni ho anwan na abekwa akọfa o. Eye nkofo ma school. Ade na wonko market na nkọfa loading boys for man betna studio ho. Enye obia na ebetimi. Omo nko school omo di ye no. Nipa kaka. How many Kwame Despite near? And count the number of people who have gone through school. Accountant, engineers, plumbers, we are and count ton cassette dia. Count them. And your mind born in a woman and yen checky bibia. And can call for be break on my first one, or intimidate a man for and common to me first woman be. Over there, Babe Galam say, UK, France, or Germany say, what Babe Galam say, Holland. It's what better than this again. It's impossible. Omo be yes, Kafo Krono, or my area. It is all person obey yes, can be now changing narrative now. And what's a would dream any software be now the beba. System be na de ba now the aba nti e why so application we aba no be e de o we na creative uber no the sa no aton no kwampo no de bia no big firms no o me ya no ma approach no ma to afri wo now so de nya o kakra wona na o de akoye wala. You think it's easy? We have to start building such people. I was see a building conphobia on building on my. And I think, say, let's put aside Ibrahim Mahama being the president's brother. No, Wako school, utimi negotiating outside the country. Baby, papa, are building yoma. Say, oh no, bet me a manager. Let's build about 10 kinds of Ibrahim Mahama for Ibrahim Mahama for construction and mining. No, now another Ibrahim Mahama for food, another way so for we into within a short time. No, see na omo think it to say Ibrahim mo whether what they am funny sir. So man can enter near Okofa Wontumi or ye illegal mining. No, or no, the above ye penny na okay can't your pay. Yet, now I better how ye did. I blame no one but a Kufuado. I blame a Kufuado. Now, Wontumi I dear now, you know. I'm a Ghana food name, a Kufuado penny who are ye. Say, or penny na abofra aya dear. Na obi fi abonte abeka cho say ni say na wona na no wa be unu fi o onko busa mu say eyampa so okọ ana so onko wan musa o eno ase me ba ne de onye hwe o de me ba ne de onye hwe me ba ne de onye hwe no afi one time obon say yes oba no ne ya bo na emuja epram no a oda abonte oba na wo so onye kromfo no ene de o wi ama ya bo no eno ne na ato Wontumi no o me ba ne de onye hwe Wontumi nye hwe akontama ne nye hwe se wo koso a defend oba ne dia na eche se oba no kro no na obo no amanfo fi no wo interest. And I bet you per Kufuado's behavior on galamsey na akoso nyina no. I think one guy catch say a flat house for no and a galamsey no, and this has come to support the point. Kufuado na galamsey no. Somebody dey japade aba na mama yamfa gold ndia eni yebe wie firi mo ho ena omokotu omuti amanfo go mu monko na monko galamsey ye de ban e de ato galamsey so enso na amanfo bi semuram no omoye Kufuado ye kromfo enu nti no dipani akromfo no oye kromfo Kufuado ye obi a eni kwan se ba bi eni patwasi akrampo no anke ma ho kwan ma ne ba oyo man bofo oyo odisefo oyo kromfo o man bofo kese ba ko pa eni Kufuado hwede frimpom bo ate kan se ono ne wo ne Sir John musia wo dem ama o ka cho se Sir John se Ghana kwaye wunim se saade ne koso wo wia no mapie no aba ena an NDC for ade na muhu se NDC for so ye galamsey ni bi mo anche wo and mo amo ka se me hu se me guy bi sa guy ne de tembia me twe ho an se MPP na obi a me junior o university what me asua ade a wakopie o Germany wo so ye o PhD etimi be ka se ade na mahama mo ye no omo nhwe na power ye ni nka so. Okay, ye ninka so Mahama ati NPP ni oye illegal mining. Moso power ye ninka so. Moso mo ba na mo ati NDC ni a ono nso so oye illegal mining. Ni nyina no. Why that so NPP ni oye NDC ni ya che no. Into the senka we ba na we beche we nko ofo kra ma ya ni ehun so okay me de me nche me nko ofo nti wo ba wo beche me nko ofo. Se wo che nko ofo na ye benya obe chimi nkofo na se Ghana at the end no ye benya isika ene enema ba kra se ne ye se wa untimi nche nkofo na obi ne beba be che wo nkofo ne dia ma na so akọche obi fufuro nkofo ye nye ne saamom. I think say no mum kra be boy NPP nye political party o ya branch na wo team ha o so di echi eni kwan so di echi kra NPP Asama Sir John otia before 2016 election Asama Sir John kai
nuti abanwe de krono ni dwimudie ne ketase kankan proye no esina tade te se enhwemo a ehwegu eru apampamu afa na boju semu ebegu fa na tade mu begu ne nase no sa na krono adore John Mahama ne naban it is o man be ya ye de pama kromfo fi kroma if you say empre hina domama ne na mamuo betra akonya so no ye sika sam ebesai se am no kase bo de domama wo ye se wo de asokwan edan atenkyera adwuma o se 100 Ghana cedis no o be 400 Ghana cedis it is all your man puntu a ke o se ka akora nimu kwa bro be empre nan as we be ete abc no amu ne ete ene ehunu amane ye duntu ya school fees ekom de ye ma eco school aye apamodum wo ya na hospital national health ye ntimi ntua abanso wo ntua eti wo pa ban a edam ne nkekan ni no ho krono ni no ho if the kronfo antre kronfo do mama wo ntimi kire kronfo because ono amu no na no afo ne nsafo na tabu afo ete what tadu for chese di bofre wo to fo wa no fo anuti uhia na nakufado a dam ne nkekan ni ho a wo timi ne sase de busa me nya kronfo na me ma amamuom so emewia musika be se do mama wo ba ma won kan bi o timi kan bi de wo kan nyina no o fito ma ya no odwan akota brochire wo buza zo kronfo na o go timi nya no wo se me ana ma ban ana se na biswa no ana se na de ne na no kura so aden se ne te de a anya ka beta wo no na ka medimi hia aye de me pa ibone se Ghana fo yenhwe ye mobro Ghana fo ye hwe bebre se ye nua man ma ye to ade aye nto koko akuafo a ye si ye nto mu koko opuni ni dom hama sika no fa de ye campaign national security for sika ya kwaje se ye de baba toto nyema abra sika ye Ghana fo nya ye hwe chicha fo sika ye ntimi ntwa nurse fo abebre se ye ntimi ntwa trainee fo ukokan de twa mpoa se ye se o se ko training college ye se o se ko nursing ye sramo amamuo no ye du ba bia ya fa no amaname hunu abato obi a hwe na bebre se wo hwe na mani hunu ani ye mobra ya ye na ye ntro bentia dom hama
ensem we na Sir John kai ensem we na Sir John akai ansa na odi fi asase so ede akọ nsem we no abrogu ho na ye me ya Sir John ekika nsem we ono kromfo sa waja ho no okọ to obey forest obey forestry one department for ade a Sir John ye no Ramsar site no tonton ye be bia na yebubu amanfo dan gu no ekufo adu no mbetonton nsase waterlogged areas no mo ton nsase no forest near the your party members ekowawusi ne nkofo party hia sika inti ye tumugunu nkofa sika mra ne hwe I said it in my heart say Wontumi pa ya nte no amfa meko anhye nani a ese nkakwa bia so a na me matedin ekwa bia so anka mefa so ama na say yaka say NM NDC be ko 42 years me se nkakwa bia so anka be fa so ama NDC asan koto opposition ke me fa so na me matedin wasi ampanyi sa no ebeye na ne ma aba be ka kire ye num se ye amobra because you are destructive to the nature environment na ye betena mu because ye nsua kronobo because ye nsua ni pesisiye and because of that no we should suffer for being good na Wontumi ma abeka kire ye nse ni papa bobra ene ye na ko se jail no ayana ne ma ba be ka kire me ma say omo o ka say o papa bobra na yakọ internet papa ne abo na o papa ye kromfo nti eno si sa dan ne de ma awo no a meme ye bahama on ankasa ne nkwase adan na o si ho no meme ya confiscate dia ye hospital dia ma atonzu fo next time o bokro no a o ba dwe ho no abokro no ni ene miracles aboaje nkofo bi afiafin Here forma o. Here forma na no ma me no ton meko eni ade no. Ye de omo ko school kakra no mu wi a. Omo mom na sorry tie nipa kon so sa bo nipa pro no a. Imo ding. Na small girl akogina ho na ye de pepper spray gu ani say o kwa akosave miracle saboaje. Na ono opema ne o makoda ono obedwen o hompo. Obeka cho so ho kra bon no. Enso akọ ye de pepper spray gu ani. Eyi na watam wasika so e na obo jams ma o. Wonyere mo ho. Ya ba ha na ye save no. Obetie ni wotwam. Mu di mpanyimfo atem. Panyin nso ye kromfo. Miracle saboaje obeye kra na me manyini sen no. Miracle saboaje no obehwe na me krampo no. Manyini sen no. Enso wo betena ha na wo ka obi nkwase asema odi a amoso ya akra asif se wonim emfi amedi obi timi wo be ko TikTok na obi abe comment hey mpanyimfo na odi o matemo mehwe ne sei sa na afisa mi wo P2 won ne ho na efentia nature ne bom yi and the fact say wunhu adwene wo me ho no enche say wo anyini sen mi why and a penina ofi so otu fi no otete o no na ye opanyin onim nyansa sen de otu fi no o ka che panyin se wagimi nya atadidi o provide se panyin no waya ade a o deserve so e wo se de jimi no ma no jimi e descriptive e describe obi behavior kwasea e describe obi behavior enti de o ya ade pa no o ko ka chen se wagimi a obi abehu se wo mom no waboda obi ebu dan a yesi in the 5 years ebu oso odibisi asori dan ma kura amrante ni mabawa eni adwumaye and what wa wosi saa panyin no men regard no unia bema enya liver issue or liver transplant wan koye no cathedral koye no hospital ba unya opportunity a wo de obi abesi cathedral no waja hospital ho wa bodamo anase woni nyansa forest wo ho a check weather and climate of a particular area no wa kosim and wo bu nwe nyina egu fom. And you know how some of the trees, you know, years it take and san yetimi anya wo. They say ne udu kunsu ene anyan kwanta ene ho a wo hwa asasen se ya na ore kra because of Wontumi ne nkofo tema ye friends say John ne nkofo kromfo ne kro no 70 edi omachi a adaje be boy edu be si ha se ka si edi omachi a adaje be boy na mawie no I think say ebi etna substantively no me de sa asem we ba be to so ba me mamo jes kakra
day na ye be sentence Wontumi no
munti ade
no around 3 a.m. so Wontumi no Wontumi na onai
share to me on President Mahama, if this video hasn't come to your notice, Bebia Morris Ampa Wubiano, Mama Yenkocheno. Bebia Morris Ampa Shawagana Hopiano, Mama Yenkocheno, no ometre Bebia, Utiminya the conversation. A course or no say on your conversation, say. Ye be daily Wontumi. Now person would say a man for being a say baby no mu control senior judge and as a court system near Juma. And what's obabetrim? You see, here democracy doesn't mean say we should allow people to spill stupidity out there. This is the mistake more politicians need be more ye. More for be say agro, but at the end of the day, you know. na agro na office oni ni pedi na cause some political careers. Amanfo ya na nkoto de oye enye se me strict to na say me de me pemanso enye manso na me pe o. So only obi di agro kwa na e wo so ohu the limit to agro na ni di no. Ye chichire oman obi ko school say opeso be judge opeso be lawyer. Na wo so from so ye lawyer na timi be ka say enkofo bi se baabi. E na omo kire ekwan a ye mfa so ni obi asemo a ne opeso chance school no a ye ko no tech abe lawyers ne judges ni na ne enkwase ase because at then day no obi ne be kwa kwose dem aka che say ma wait 20 years. At then na more example when you is what Jimmy sa munti no
just sending me messages, sending me court proceedings in no catch me say. When the information say Ibrahim Mama and the President Mama out of offense now, almost first one friend of mobile opposition, they have concluded say our man of sentence no na me wants to say or before so share one kabere be kire and I bet my say no or catch me say what the reliable information say you be jail 20 years the me share me I'm not say chairman I saw then okay na case e be come judgment here normally the judge we answer na judge bisa say odi for na judge bisa so be convict you but no no masem na bia mo life gina so akasa nti homo na ebe conflict judge no be decide whether mo 1 year 2 years or 3 years but say ubenya information there the amount 20 years there so ebi mo ban nchen anka mo be bond pool mo be jinsika no mo de to the say ma on court cause near ya me say okokota ni lawyer na de kata ko judge be bugu na judge bugu pe na obe read judgment no na obe 20 years into ono oji ma 20 be let me catch and say one the lawyer ni ho and this one kwa judge no be issue bench warrant na obe declare wanted no obe reading judgment no in absence into definitely no it doesn't make any difference but o de on fa ku don ko no say the lawyer me kwa me na ja me babium and tell me ko no na you ready me 8 na ko na matra me ni me ma into the me kwa me say the ebe but my prepare me say psychologically when say from 3 o'clock me to manda and I was like wow tell me what are you telling me and you know the last message to me they say do court no on say sorry the video na e channel
yeah
okay no the same me say lawyer life say gina so akasa nti e wan ka be kire o ana betuma say no o ka kire me say what the reliable information say you be jail 20 years the me share me I'm not say chairman I saw then okay na case Ibrahim Mama and the President Mama out of offense now almost first one friend of mobile opposition no they are
asemwa obeka more example no you see and mahama mo betan no mafase mu lightly na ya maho kwan na kwasia we ni na internet nso na de biara odwa ni paso mu na nka mama babia mahama ani Ibrahim mahama ekotana ya omo se wuntumi aye ne boni omo boni ntino ekwa bia so no na ade ye bedi president edi be settle personal scores se wuntumi aye omo boni ntino omo be use state power na omo de omo babia o change narrative no edi akọ te said ye wuntumi nya boni bia na emomu no president mahama eni ni nua na wuntumi aye omo boni asema edi court no ehefa na wo mu se wuntumi en aye mahama ni nua boni hwe NDC for any Mr. President Mahama ne omo handle President Mahama ne ade. Ebia videos bi say no ne ade no momo nsankan. Hwe enwoma we say bi o ha. Hwe if indeed say wo mu DNA mu pa say mo pese mo chichi oman no mo a, we have to shut certain people. Hwe oman chichi nya agodi o. Enya agodi say ye ma obi ho kwan no wo be kasa. Ababa be say nipa adwen oman ni mu. Oman chichi ni easy. Say, you see, way now all you know, will be from Susia. So I can just get up and say anything. Once I was saying, then I will be sorry, I know what did you be because yes, will be a young one so trained to because why? Kwame Nkrumah Musadi we had your funeral walk Kwame Nkrumah. Like whom meaning from money in Sunia Biania Kwame Nkrumah dear. Ebia meaning the union and me and dear. Because Aquano oh who did be seen there. I want it pencil. On so we almost say, and now, no mammy no papa crack to din command betcho. I then yanchi will be a mammy will be a papa. So no mammy, and no papa, and no orphanum, et naho, eke can't and someone and no cre at the fat leader who I was here before, and no man near Cosso. And yes, say, oh no mammy, because so deep Kwame Nkrumah or your president at him. Nasa abo fratuoni amechewa. You are only embodying the child say onu so betimi aye bi ochna ye nche no. Kwame Nkrumah sha say all stop sa de no. NPP for bafo akoto UP for ama ho kwan. E na didi mu a de nam Haruna ata kwaku ba akoso sa na de aba be pi enne. Mr. President Mahama, if indeed you want to build a legacy, don't give chance to any Tom, Dick, and Harry who has no damn interest to see Ghana prosper. Don't let certain stupid individuals open their mouth in the country to confuse the rest of us. And you may be as Luke Wan Yu said, sometimes you have to even get yourself involved, the kind of saliva people who want to spit into the community. The saliva they want to spit into the ground, you have to know. And then Luke Wan Yu can say, if they hadn't engaged and involved themselves in certain personal matters, sometimes you have to know what neighbors are discussing about the government. If you don't get to know what neighbors are talking about leadership, you cannot develop the country. To cause Singapore they have to shut the mouth of certain stupid individuals so that there will be some sort of serenity for people who have the heart to work. When you say, me can't just say, oh yeah, Duma. Now do I come in here? Na obiti echi. Na or boss will be a ending in as well. Ubua bem. Na oma mreyo humba umu. Na uje muntem. Edu be see ada for frebe friend say no. Ebeba. Akramo. Bye bye. Intino. Nimidija moni.
Okra manhunu Alhaji Osman, Deputy National Security Coordinator Okwafiase Nanado Penso. Nanado Penso manhu krano President Mahama ya ne special assistant eye bafuboni Okwafiase. Nanado Penso manhu krano Matthew Teve NCA National Communication Authority Chief Executive Officer Okwafiase. Nanado Penso manhu krano Daniel Uso are no venture capital. On any year in Yasika, ye do a massam, a converti or mo, a seer, a croma. Nanado Penswa, why ye, Sikana, or man to man to Aswa, a booger penny, yes, or babu boy, and this for dinner, or mudicas in it at one, Nanado Pencil, or mujelis ankle for one. O fama panini that I could 4 pencils, and Crawford so quite fiasses. But and this year, Dabiano, Wamaka, where this car, where you say no, Obisa almost say, ye nya ye 4th Republican, but I'm Pini Bakwa, Yachino or corruption, ordinary fiasia, 0. But and this met over to man nipa 20, our Makwa fiasa on corruption, sa 4th Republican, Ninja Pipina Diomatum.